All right, we are live here at Biz Ed in Westminster. We started our Facebook Live stream so you guys can take notes. We encourage everybody out online to take notes, comment on the video as well. And our goal here is to provide the great networking in the room, so next time show up in person, it would be great to have you. And also the actionable education, so take notes so you can refresh and refuel yourself and your business as we go forward. So we're going to go around the room at the end and get some comments, so you'll be able to see what other people got as well. But now I get to introduce Aimee Skillin of Social Media Languages, presenting your remarkable social media footprint. Say that 5 times fast. So she was raised in Mexico City and moved to San Antonio as an adult. Certified in marketing, HR, business law, as well as interpreting and translating, social media management, and Google for Work. After stewarding the largest privately held Holocaust library and working as an interpreter for more than 13 years, it is time for a change. Social Media Languages is the culmination of a life full of learning, speaking, teaching, and she brings a wealth of experience and knowledge right to your doorstep. So with rousing applause, let's welcome Aimee Skillin to the front of the room.
Thanks for coming, you guys. So this is like my favorite thing to do, is to give you actionable steps, things that you can do, you can go and implement today, right now, to make your life easier and better in social media. So who here just like really struggles with, what do I do with social media? I mean, it exists, it's here, but what do I do with it? Yeah, all of you? Yeah, okay. And so what are some of the things that you find the most confusing or difficult with social media? Is it figuring out what you're supposed to post, or is it how do you engage with other people, or is it, what is it? Is it creating images?
Getting people to see what I put out there.
Okay, all right, good.
Mine is maybe balancing the email with Facebook, LinkedIn.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're all over the place.
Right.
You run out of hours to respond to everything.
Yeah, yeah, and I hear that a lot. I don't have enough hours in the day to make this work the way I think it's supposed to work. And that's just it. We have this perception of what we're supposed to be doing with social media. So here's my interpretation of social media. It blew into our lives. It, just like when we have babies, they blow into our lives. They upset and change the entire balance of life, and they don't come with instructions, right? So social media didn't come with instructions either, right? So things started happening in social media. Facebook came out, and we started posting and putting things on there, but there was no concrete thought or strategy or plan, and nobody, for a while, nobody said, oh, but this is really how you should do it, or this is how you're going to get traction, or this is how you're going to get noticed, or this is what is important to put on social media, until recently, okay, in the last few years. Now we have all these people who are like, I'm a strategist, I can tell you how to do this. And they tell you what you need to do, but nobody tells you how to do it. Would you agree with that? Mm-hmm. Awesome. So let's talk about how we do this. Somebody tell me how to get back to my presentation. Control F. What did he say? Was it Apple F?
Oh, do you need the code?
No.
Oh, okay.
I need to get back to...
Just drag the presentation.
Hey, I'm sorry, can you help me? You told me and I forgot.
Yes.
Because I wasn't really paying attention.
So you weren't listening to me. Okay.
Yeah, well, okay.
That's a communication issue.
Aha.
So which one?
Go to my Google Slides.
Can't do this upside down.
I know, it's hard, right? And then we need to present.
Which is underneath that.
Probably.
Right click.
Right click.
You can click view.
You?
Yeah.
Uh,
Full screen.
Full
Yeah,
screen,
full
maybe?
screen.
No.
It should have been viewed presentation, but the presentation piece wasn't.
Don't we love technology, guys?
Yes.
Can you double click on the first slide? No.
On the, over there. Yeah. Double click. Oh. Oh, you know what? It's, it now, because it's not, online.
keep
It's
going.
not on Wi-Fi. Okay. So I get, one of the things that we're going to talk about today is how social media works. What are you going to do in steps 1, 2, 3 that are going to elevate your presence? And that's really what we're talking about. You're trying to elevate your presence on social media. So social media, the bottom line is you're going to use this to connect with people and for them to start to get to know you. So you're building what we call the know, like, and trust. And so you want people to get to know you. You want to be likable, right? And then you want them to trust you because ultimately we're talking about business and bringing in clients and building a community, okay? So when you think of social media and when you're putting stuff out into the social media space and the social media world, we're putting things out there in the hopes to build a community and a tribe around our brand. Now, our brand could be our business, our brand could be our individual person. So with that in mind, that needs to be at the top of your pyramid. What is your goal? Your goal is to build a community. And that know, like, and trust will come as that community builds and as people get to know you. So my very, very first and most favorite platform to use in business is LinkedIn. LinkedIn just surpassed 500 million users. And I think the perception with LinkedIn is that, oh, well, it's just a database and, you know, yeah, I just put my resume up there and it'll be fine and people will find me and LinkedIn doesn't work. And I mean, I see here all kinds of things about LinkedIn, good and bad. What we need to do is change our perception about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is about helping you connect with other business owners and other business people who can use your services. So if we think about it in terms of that, then our perception is going to start to shift a little bit. Now, people do searches on LinkedIn all day, every day. There's hundreds of thousands of searches done on LinkedIn every single hour. How you show up on LinkedIn is going to either make it or break it for you. So we want to show up in the very best light that we can. We want to have a strong, committed presence on LinkedIn. So some of the things that we have on LinkedIn that we can look at to increase that visibility is how we write our headline. Your headline is the description right underneath. I'm sort of trying to go by memory here, you guys, so don't forgive me. Your headline is the text directly beneath your picture.
Scroll down to slide 4. On the far left.
Are you online now?
I think it's online. Yes.
Okay.
Double click the 4. That's it.
Double click on it.
Well, I mean, you pulled it up. I mean, that's what you were talking about, right?
Right. So go up to view. And
That's view for Chrome. It's not.
oh, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Presentation.
No,
Scroll down.
that's my last pass.
Did you download the slides to your computer?
I didn't.
Oh,
You know, but it works like this. If,
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
you can't
that's
go
fine.
full screen, you
Yeah.
can see really well.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So let's talk about the different parts of our profile. And since we're here, don't be this person. LinkedIn is a professional network. Super cute picture. I actually know both of these people, by the way. Super cute picture, totally inappropriate for LinkedIn. This is a business site. This, super nice guy. Love him. By the way, he's a lawyer. And he's related to me. And I love him to pieces. I can't get him to change his LinkedIn picture. But that's not going to do it. That's not going to cut it, okay? This person happens to be in the room with us today.
I was gonna say, yes.
And she also knows this person. Yes. These are very professional, very nice, well done shots. And I'm going to point out a couple of things. One, notice that they're both smiling. Notice that Emily has a really nice, bright background. Jack has a nice background. It's not just that blue, passport picture looking thing. Yeah. So they both have a nice background, and they both are smiling. They both look like they're somebody you'd like to know because they look friendly in their picture. So you don't have to be a Scrooge about it, but do put a professional foot forward, please. All right. So in your profile, we have our headline, which I had started talking about. We have our headline, which is directly beneath your picture. This is a place for you to tell people what you do. Do not get creative here. This is not the place to be creative. When people are doing searches, they are doing searches for common words. They're using common words in their searches. So if I need a financial planner, I'm not going to look for somebody I'm not going to type in creative money manager. That's not what I'm going to look for, right? I'm going to look for a financial planner, right? So if somebody's looking for somebody in social media, they're not going to look for somebody who is awesome on Facebook. Well, that's not what I'm going to type into a search, okay? I'm going to look for somebody who works in social media. So don't get creative. You do have 120 characters. They did reduce that from 200, and that was a very recent thing. All right, in your summary is directly below your headline. And again, common language, please. There is a nice formula that you can follow on how to fill out your summary. And if you go and you look at my profile, you can see it. But it's basically answering the who, what, when, where, why questions for your reader so that they will know already if you are going to fit the bill for what they're looking for, or if they need to continue searching for someone else, okay? You have 2,000 characters here. Use every last one of them. Don't skim. Also, when the profile first comes up, all you're going to see is the first 2, maybe 3 lines of the summary. That's approximately 25 to 42 words. You better wow somebody in those 25 to 42 words if you want them to click more and read more about you. So however you write that, you better make it sound like you are the bee's knees, you can do it all, and you are the best of the best, and pique their curiosity. You have very limited space for that. And then, you know people. Reach out to the people that you know. We all have friends, family, acquaintances, etc. Reach out, connect with them. When you're connecting with them, make sure you send a personal note. Otherwise, they get this thing that says, so-and-so would like to, Aimee Skillin wants to connect with you. Yes or no? I don't even know who the hell that is. So why would I want to? But now if you get a connection request that says, Aimee Skillin wants to connect with you, and I write you, Alan, thank you so much for coming to Boost in Westminster. I enjoyed your feedback. Thank you for the recommendations, blah, blah, blah. Now Alan's like, oh yeah, okay, I know who she is. I'm going to connect with her. And you've just made that connection a more meaningful connection with that other person, okay? The fact that you remember, or they remember how you met, where you met, or who you people have in common, always will make an impression, okay? So, once you start connecting with people, you want to look and see who they're connected to. And you want to ask for introductions. So if Christine knows a big law firm here and she knows the main partner, and I've been trying to get in there because I want to do their social media because they're just a hot mess, I'm going to say, hey Christine, can you do an intro with, Brad Davis for me? I've been trying to get in to see him, was wondering if you'd be willing to help me out. She's probably going to say, oh yeah, I know him really well. Great guy. But yeah, he has a gatekeeper that's really difficult to get past. Awesome. Okay? So creating those opportunities for those next level connections is only going to further your business. All right. Let's talk about Facebook. Facebook's not on my I don't like you very much list right now. But, be that as it may, they're the giant in the room. You need to have a business profile on Facebook. It's not a matter of should. It's not a matter of I would, but. It's not a matter of, okay, I'll get to it. No. You need to be on there. You need to have a presence on Facebook in the business world. Everybody is on Facebook. Your clients, your potential clients, and power partners are on Facebook. They're going to look for you on Facebook. Social media drives most of the buying decisions right now. And in 2018, it's only going to increase. If you're not on Facebook, you're not on this planet. Okay? I mean, it's that simple, unfortunately. Facebook can be a really great place to connect on two levels. On a personal level, to meet your friends, keep up with what family is doing, etc., etc. Building your business page is a little bit more difficult and is only getting more difficult because Facebook's algorithm has changed so dramatically over just even the last 8 to 10 months that being visible as a business on Facebook is getting more and more difficult. And the sad truth of it is that Facebook right now is testing in some countries not showing your posts unless you pay to play for your business. It's very frustrating. Is the model going to work? I don't know. Is it going to stick? I don't know. But I can tell you that organic reach is down significantly, and it is really, truly in your interest to think about and consider Facebook ads. It is a very inexpensive way to advertise your business, and you can do it sporadically. If you want to talk more about it, we can do that offline, but it's really going to be of benefit to you. So, on your business profile, remember this is not a personal page. So, don't share your skiing trip. Don't share your family reunion. Nobody in business cares. They don't want to see that. Make sure that you fill out that about section completely. And when I say that, I mean a description, a short description about your business, a long description about your business. Tell people why you do what you do. That's super important. Tell people how to find you. A phone number, an email, an address, a website, however it is that people can find you, you need to put that on your about section. Determining your ideal timing for posts. That information is going to come to you through your insights. Your insights in Facebook are really the best insights there are on any social platform. And you will get limited information if you have less than 100 followers. Any more than 100, you're going to get some really good data information and ROI for you. Make sure you respond and that you engage with every single comment. And my suggestion to you is to figure out when you need to be posting. So if it's at 7:30 a.m., make sure your post goes out at 7:30 a.m. And by the way, Facebook does have an amazing scheduling tool, so you can schedule these posts out and then circle back in the afternoon or evening and go through all of your responses, any engagement you received, and respond to each and every one of them. The one thing I'm going to caution you about is that there is this perception that we can say whatever we want on Facebook. And I think our current political climate is a very good example of that. Be careful how you engage with negative comments. It is you need to acknowledge it, but you also need to take it offline if you can, okay? Not everybody's going to agree with you, and that's fine. That's what makes us humans, and that's what makes us all different. But don't let these kinds of things turn into this big, long back and forth, okay? All right. Use live video, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a few minutes. Pin important posts to the top. If you have late breaking news in your industry that everybody needs to know, you better pin that to the top. It will stay there, and everything else that you post will come after that. But if somebody comes to your page and you have a post that is pinned to that top, it will show up first every time, okay? Have a good call to action. People need to be told what to do. It took me a long time to accept that. I'm the first to admit it. But people need to be told what to do. All right? If they read something, if you post something, ask a question or tell them what to do with that post. Did you like this? Let them voice their opinion. What do you think about A versus B? What should we do about A versus B? Give them an option to talk to you, all right? Ask a question, say something, ask for an opinion. You can use your Facebook business page to collect reviews. So, as I understand it, Google My Business, Google Business Pages, has a hard time with businesses that are not brick and mortar. And so you could go get P.O. Box and and register that with Google, and then you can have a Google My Business page, and that's a real pain in the rear. You can just collect reviews on your Facebook business page. It's much simpler. So people also use Facebook to go and look for you and see what people are saying or how you're engaging with other people. So collecting reviews on Facebook is a good idea if you don't have that brick and mortar. All right, so I'm going to just give you a very quick and dirty on Facebook advertising. You need to know what your business goal is, and you need to know who your audience is. This is the #1 place where people fail in their Facebook ads. I'm gonna put an ad out there for social media. I can work with anybody. Everybody needs social media. So I'm gonna make my demographic huge. I can work with marketing people, I can work with IT people, I can work with lawyers, I can work with branding people, I can work with website builders, I can work with all these people, and I go through and I select click, 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 all of these people into my demographics. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money, so I'm going to spend $10 a day for 10 days on an ad. That's going to get me customers, I know it is. Boom, I push the ad out. Bam, I get nothing. You have to have a specific demographic. Many of us may have several verticals that we work with, right? Maybe some of us work with lawyers, maybe some of us work with IT professionals, maybe some of us work with schools, or whatever it is, and that's fine. But then that means you need to have one campaign for every vertical that you are going to advertise to. You cannot create one blanket ad for everybody. You might as well grab a bowl of spaghetti and throw it to the wall. It won't work, right? So that is the number one place that people fail in Facebook ads. Facebook ads allows you to boost posts, and I know everybody has seen that where it has a little thing where you get the email that says, hey, this post is performing better than everybody else or everything else, and you should boost it for $20. Ooh, cool, yeah, boost, bam, send it out to this mass demographic, and it didn't work. And now you're frustrated. Boosting a post is really meant to boost it or send it out into the news feed of the people who are already following you. Okay? So you want to engage people who are already following you. If you have a post or if you have late breaking news or something that's super important, boosting it to your existing following is going to create that traction. Boosting it to everybody who you think needs to see it, not going to work for you. Okay? Make sense? All right. So they said, Facebook said, hey, we're going to get rid of this 20% text image ratio, and we're going to be more lenient about it. And the fact of the matter is they said it, but they're not following through with it. You need to limit your text on your ads to no more than 20%. What does that mean? It means that you better get creative on your imaging to connect that message. All right? So if you look at my at any of my social, they all have the same image, and it takes social in a chaotic state to my logo to a thumbs up with all the social profiles on there, right? So I'm taking you from chaos to peace in social. I've done that with images. So you need to do the same thing. You have to communicate your message with an image. All right, and then above all, have a call to action, please. Everybody needs to have a call to action. Tell me what to do with this. All right, cool. So let's talk about live video. Live video gets 800% more engagement than anything else that you put out on the internet. Okay? 80% of global internet traffic is video right now. Nearly 1 million minutes of video are shared every second. Can you wrap your head around that? I mean, that is insane, right? 1,200% more shares than text and images, and 41% more web traffic is using live video. So I'm going to just give you a super quick rundown of what you need to have to do live video. Your smartphone. You can get one of these little vanity lights. These are super cool. This is actually USB, so I can charge it. I don't need batteries or anything else. And it's got 3 settings. Clips onto your phone, so if you're somewhere where lighting is not that great, it just clips right onto your phone. You need to have some sort of a tripod, and that one's actually a really good one. But here's one that's just very portable. Just opens up. You can set it on a table or on the floor, and it's got, you can extend it. It's meant for a phone. You need a selfie stick, and you can use this as a selfie stick if you want to. I just don't like it as a selfie stick. This one I just got. It's super fun. It's USB. I can charge it with telescopes. It's got the little buttons down here, so I can do whatever I need to do. It has a mirror in case you need to check your lipstick. Just saying. And it also has a little plug on it on this side that you can turn a little light on. So, just a little fun thing. One of the things about live video, and I know you guys have seen this, is somebody is doing a live video and they're holding their phone and they're talking, and it's just habit that we move, and so they're doing this with the phone, or they're walking down the street, and you're doing this, and you're trying to watch the video, and you pretty soon get tired of it because it's giving you a headache, and whatever they're saying is not any more important than that headache you just got because you were trying to follow them, right? Don't do that. The other thing that you really should have for live video is a microphone. You can buy these, all of this, I bought on Amazon for less than $22 each. Okay? These are not huge investments, guys. Good audio will trump bad video any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Good audio is super important. They do make a Bluetooth microphone, which I haven't tried yet because I just got it. But anyway, so you can get a Bluetooth if you want. You don't need it if you're just doing, video for your personal use or your business page. All right. So one of the things that I really want to convey is on live video, have a plan. What are you going to talk about? You don't have to write out a whole spiel. And, I typically, if I'm going to do a live video, I typically just have the idea in my head and kind of think about the points that I'm going to bring up. I don't write out a whole spiel. Everybody's different. But have a plan. Ask questions and get people to engage and participate with you. Just because nobody's watching your live video right this minute doesn't mean that they're not going to come back and see it later. You also don't have to do live video just surrounding your business. I did a live video yesterday or day before on bullying. I have kids. There's a sweet little boy whose video has gone viral, and he's talking about being bullied at school. And so, you know what? I thought, there's parents out there. Some of us are parents of kids that are getting bullied. Some of them are parents of the bullies, whatever it is. I did a video on it because I felt that passionate about it. All right? So do video around things that you care about, not just your business. This is not all about you. It's about your audience. Okay? All right. So let's talk about some important things that we need to keep track on with our digital footprint. Take a look at all of your social profiles. Locate and document all of your social media profiles, official and unofficial. Make sure you have a good place to keep track of usernames, passwords, all of that. I use LastPass. I love LastPass. It's free. I can get it on all my devices. And it will generate passwords for me. And it generates some passwords that, guys, I'd never come up with on my own, okay? Follow up on your goals and compare your performance day to day from, month to month.
What's an unofficial social media profile?
So, people use it all the time to chat or message
Is it
back and forth.
Snapchat?
It's not Snapchat. No, let me pull it up on my phone real quick. WhatsApp.
WhatsApp?
WhatsApp is one. Meetup would be considered an unofficial social media site. Because people think about official social media sites, they think of LinkedIn, they think of Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, da da da. But they don't think of Meetup, or they don't think of WhatsApp, or they don't think of, you know, some of the other more popular ones. The next thing you want to do is you want to find some influencers in your niche. People who are doing what you do really well. 5 minutes? Okay. So you want to follow them. You want to watch what they're doing. You want to see how they are conducting themselves online. They set the pace, all right? You want to follow these people. Observe all of their imagery and branding on each of their profiles and measure their key metrics like followers and engagement. And then based on all of that data, you can create better strategies and plans for your own social media. So when you're putting a strategy together, you want to make sure and you make it actionable. You want to remember that the social web is growing so fast that what you put in today as actionable may not apply in 5 or 6 months. So this is something you need to revisit frequently. Not having a strategy gives your competitors the advantage. If you don't have a strategy, I can assure you they do. And they are implementing it, and you have just handed over that piece of business to them. Your customers are active in social media, as we talked about. Key influencers for every social network. For Facebook, for example, Mari Smith. For LinkedIn, there's Viveka Von Grossen. There's, influencers for every social network. Find out who they are. Follow them. Watch them. They put out a lot of good information. And reputations, they can be made or destroyed on social media. You ruin your reputation, it's a hard comeback from that. All right. Start with you. If your business page, if you have multiple people posting there, having a policy in place is really important. But this applies to just you as an individual as well. You set an example, so determine what your core values are and stick to them. Okay? Your personal policies and how you behave online, that's perception. People are going to either gravitate to you or away from you based on how they perceive you online. So perception is really important. I use the hashtags no screen, you are what you post, and you are what your feed shows, because that's a fact. It's perception. Create your own images. Don't ever download an image from Google, please, and use it. You do not own the copyright. And I know Google says, oh, well, we have some free ones, and we have this, and you can use that, and don't do it. Create your own. You have a smartphone, you can take pictures. You can edit your pictures. You can upload your pictures. I took this picture the last time it snowed in Castle Rock, and this little guy was sitting outside my garage. I posted it on Facebook, and then a friend of mine went and made a card out of my picture and sent it to me. So it's authenticity. You're showing who you are, where you are, what you do, what you care about. All right? Hashtags are just a way of following conversations. I'm gonna go to the next slide. Make them memorable. Always use the same hashtags. Hashtag everything you post. You want people to start following you in conversations. So coming up with your own hashtags is a great way of finding out and figuring out who and if and when people are talking about you. All right? They're not just to put a bunch of words together. that generally don't make sense. You want to create something that people can follow. Authentic and ethical behavior online. The power is in authenticity, whether in your brand or person, and it leaves no questions unanswered. That's what authenticity is. Being authentic means you know who you are, and you stand up for that. Ethical behavior trends in business involves demonstrating respect for key moral principles that include honesty, fairness, equality, dignity, diversity, and individual rights. If you are unethical in business, you are going to be out of the business. So, use the mirror test. Can you look at yourself in the mirror and say, yep, I feel good about that? Awesome. If you look in the mirror and think, that was questionable, don't do it. Don't do it. And think before you post. We all have opinions. We all have thoughts. We all have things that drive us nuts and crazy. That doesn't mean you have to write it and put it out on social media. Sorry, I had to rush through the last little bit of it. I will put these up with my notes on my website if you guys want to go and download the actual thing that you can see, because I know those aren't that great. So that's all I have for you guys for today.
All right, well, let's give Aimee a round of applause. We do have, I always try to build in a couple of minutes for questions. So anyone in the room have any questions? Casey?
You talked about the business page, but recently I started a community page for my business.
Okay.
So is there a big difference there? Do I need to strategize differently?
It depends what you've called your, is it a group? You set it up as a group or a community?
A community page. So they still send me stuff that says like boost your post or whatever.
Oh, right.
So I did that kind of hoping to be strategic, and I don't know if it helped me or hurt me, because I had heard that the business pages were getting really hard to like actually get out there, and I kind of rationalized it by saying, you know, I have a kind of community-based profession anyway, so.
So, and for your purposes and for what you do, I think a community page is just fine.
Okay.
As long as the community page has your business name.
Yes, it
Okay.
does. It's called my business name.
Perfect.
So do I need to change up the way that I do anything? Is it all pretty much the same?
It's all pretty much the same.
Okay.
Because you're using this to build a community around your business. You want to strategize as though it were a business page. But other than that, I think you made a good choice there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, any other questions?
Are there any tips for complementing face-to-face when your target is local? What percentage of time should be spent online? Are there any guidelines versus face-to-face network marketing, that kind of stuff?
That's a good question that I don't really have an answer or a good concrete answer for. I think the biggest thing is maintaining a strong presence online is just as important as that face-to-face time. So, you know, finding ways to schedule out your posts and your engagement is going to be the best way to do this so that you can get it all done. So, there's tools like Hootsuite and Buffer and Sprout Social and so forth where you can, it's a service, and Hootsuite is free, by the way, where the other ones are not. But you can schedule out your posts. And if you're talking about just Facebook, Facebook has a native scheduling tool that is really, really good. And you can schedule things out 30 days in advance.
You talked about using that for your business. Then you have two separate accounts, one for your business and one for you personally. And if you do that, you can, and you have a website, you can have everything you post on your website automatically go to Facebook or to LinkedIn or to some of the other places.
Are you talking about like your blogs?
It can be your blog, but it doesn't have to be your blog. It can be anything you post on your website. It will automatically go.
So most people, the content on their website doesn't fluctuate or change much. And so posting that out to your Facebook page is not going to be really beneficial. But your blogs, if you're writing blogs, they need to be posted to your website first. Then they can be shared out to your social.
Right.
So,
You know, and it's not like you're just sending your website out, but I know when I write something on my website, which I don't do nearly enough, it automatically goes to Facebook. And my IT guy set it up that way, so it works that way. So you can get your stuff sent to a lot of places at once by only doing it once, which is handy for me.
right, so basically what you're doing, if I'm understanding correctly, is you're syndicating your own content. And so you're using a tool that extracts content from your site, and it posts it out to your social. I use a tool that does that with my blogs. So I don't write blogs very often because I just don't have the time, but it will syndicate one blog post for an entire year, and it'll just grab quotes from it and post it out to my social. So it's helpful, but it's definitely not the be-all, end-all. I think that you still need to create other content
Sure.
and
That's
share
just
content.
one piece.
Right, it is.
All right, Alan, we'll do your last question, and then we'll move on.
And then I have time to hang out afterwards too.
So is the Facebook business page, is that similar to your LinkedIn profile? Because you have a Facebook profile, which is you, the individual, and are you saying that this Facebook business page is you as the business owner or employee, which is similar to that, and you can also have a business page in LinkedIn as well as your individual? So I'm kind of confused on how we see this.
Yeah.
If you say, don't post your ski picture on your Facebook business page, but it's directly linked to your personal profile. Right?
Correct. And so in your personal profile, you can change settings, privacy settings, so that the people who follow you on your Facebook business page can click on your name, but all they're going to see is like your profile picture. They're not going to see any other content on your personal page. So it comes down to privacy settings. Now, the one thing that is different between Facebook and LinkedIn is Facebook does not allow you to use a personal profile to promote your business. That's a violation of their terms and conditions. But of course you can share things back and forth from your business to your personal and vice versa all you want. LinkedIn doesn't care. On LinkedIn, I don't have a business page on LinkedIn. I don't want one more page to manage. And I don't have employees, so I don't really care. People are looking for me. But my LinkedIn and the posts that I can put on LinkedIn can be self-promoting as much as I want on my personal profile. So that's the difference between the two. And why on Facebook you have to have a business page. If you have a business and you intend on promoting it, you have to have a business page. But on LinkedIn you don't. They don't care.
And this is one of the many great reasons to hire somebody that knows all the intricacies of all of the different tools out there.
Right.
Because they all work differently and they all
They
change.
do.
Well, look at that. Facebook just changed right now. I felt it.
Yeah.
So they're on top of it, so we don't have to be. So make sure that you follow up with Aimee with any other questions that you have. There were a couple questions and things posted online. We don't have a chance to answer, but one was, can you post your slides? So if you could post the slides to the Facebook feed,
Sure.
so that they can get access to those as well, because they couldn't see them online.
Of course.
So, and then
No
for the rest
problem.
of you guys, you'll have access that way as well, which you already said. So going around, we're going to go real quick to the allies to see who puts this on. So we'll start with the DaVinci rep.
Oh, yes. Well, DaVinci, welcome. We're a future think tank. We rent office space, co-working space month to month. We do different events, Night with the Futurist. Tom Fry, our founder, is having strategic futurism, and we're doing the gig economy freelance academy in February. If you'd like a tour afterwards or have questions, by all means, let me know. DaVinci.
Because we appreciate them letting us use this room. So use this, become a tenant, whatever it is that makes sense for you and your business. So turn the camera on yourself.
On myself, I'll come over
Okay.
here.
All right.
Ben Brown with Kenaway. We do CBD products, creating the best CBD products in the country, as well as making them available in all 50 states and other countries. Ben with Kenaway.
All right, and you guys know me, probably bored of me already, but I work with a company called Team National, so we help families and businesses save money on everything that they're going to buy through a lot of different partnerships, where we get exclusive access to discounts, rebates, incentives, other things like that. And I also help businesses become part of the network to get access to 1.5 million people across the country that they can then market to. So feel free to reach out to me and see if we can help. And then Aimee, how do we go forward working with you?
So you can, I do have one-on-one workshops, but I have a new series coming out in January. Emily, can you tell me what the second Wednesday is of January? Please, sorry. Second and third Wednesday of January is level 1 and level 2 of my workshop, and it's $249 each. But if you guys sign up with me today, you'll get a $75 discount.
That's
for each one.
January 10th
Yes.
and January 17th.
Thank you. January 10th and 17th. Level 1 is 10th. Level 2 is on the 17th.
All right, well, thank you for that. And then we're going to go around the room real quick. We have 4 minutes and about twice as many people. So 15, 20 seconds. Again, who you are, your company name. It's not time necessarily for a commercial, but what's the one thing that you're going to take action on and implement, either on your business pages, your personal pages, your profiles, your sites, all the stuff she mentioned. What's the one thing that you're going to do today to start taking advantage of what you learned today? So we will start.
All right, Emily Downs, Amango Visual. We do branding and marketing strategy. And Aimee, I loved what you said about not having a strategy gives your competitors the advantage. I think that's so critical. So thank you for that.
Sure.
Christine Hernandez, Revenue Tribe, and I think just the videos, I've been needing to do more videos, so thanks for all the tips on that. It's great.
Sure.
Alan Quaid, Financial Planning, affiliated with Northwestern Mutual. I'm going to go update my LinkedIn summary.
Excellent.
Casey Morrish with New York Life and the Village Parent Connection. I'm going to start doing live videos and update my headshot.
Alan Warner, promotional marketing consultant. I am going to update my LinkedIn summary as well.
Carol Wolf, Posidine and Sea Change, video definitely, and being authentic on the social media side of things. Well done, thank you.
Thank you.
Marvell Lawson, my name is what's important. I'm going to take my own pictures because I use Google Images a lot. I don't use them to charge for, but it's a good way to do things. And also Facebook ads.
Good.
All right, well, I sat in the back, learned a couple things too, and one of them is I'm going to have to make sure I know all my logins. So make sure I know all the logins and make sure I have all the pages and all the sites and all the doohickeys and the whatchamacallits and the landing things and all that that are actually relevant and maybe like even up to date, which would be useful. So with that, we're going to say goodbye to our Facebook live stream.